Welcome to Sundays with Max. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you guys all being here. And yeah, I know the new intro music's a little short. I'm gonna have to find the guy that wrote this and see if he can extend it to 5 minutes. Anyway, thanks, Gaming with Smokey Dan. I appreciate you putting that together. I do like it, so we'll use that for at least a little while until he comes up with something that he likes better. So, alrighty guys. Well, hey, what a day. What a day the markets have had. I don't know about you guys, but I took profits because I don't think it's going to stick, but I'll go over a couple of things as to why that is and go from there. But let's do a quick shout out to everybody that is here. We got Gaming with Smokey Dan, who was actually first today. John Germain, Vinny Del Greco, Dan Balmer, Strange Tamer. Let's see. Of course, Sunflower Mama is at my right hand. Automatic Beats. Taines, good to see you, sir. Let's see. Dom G. Crypto MB. Samir Body. Let's see. And that looks like about it. Looks like a little bit of a sparse showing. Hang on, let me do that. Maybe people are probably trickling in a bit. Because right now we only got about 18 people here, but that's okay. People might be watching the Academy Awards. Yawner. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, let's take a look at the market. Right off the bat. Let me get on the right screen. And I think it's that screen. Yep. So we have Bitcoin. Obviously, it's come down a bit. It's at about 93,000. So up almost 8% on the day. So definitely having a good day. You have ETH that was up 10% today. It was up over 2,500 just a little bit ago, actually. It's obviously down in the last hour. But it's still down 12% over the last 7 days. And we're going to take a look at this one a bit closer because I really think this is not at this point. I think it's going to come down from here. I think it'll come back and touch the 2,200 or thereabouts. But I still think the 2,200 is a good entry point. I had about one Ethereum, so nothing crazy. And I had bought in at 2,200 and a little bit below that too, actually, and sold it at almost 2,500. So took a quick profit on that and plan on getting back in on that. XRP obviously is doing well because of the announcement that our fearless leader did today on social media. And Solana is up 18%. I sold this one as well. I had 3 Solana that I sold today. I had bought that right around 145. So take that quick profit. I think this is going to come back down as well. Cardano, I have all my Cardano staked. So, and it's really a long-term holding for me. So I didn't sell any of that. I probably would have sold some because I do think Cardano will come down below $1 again. I'm kind of hoping that one will stick, but yeah, I don't think so. Again, this was included in the announcement today, so it's going to have that social media post is going to age and age quickly. So, yeah. Let's see. Doge is up 10%. That's that wasn't announced in the announcement today, so that's a nice gain for Doge. Maybe because of its affiliation with Elon and the White House, possibly. Let's see. Yeah, I'd say a lot of stuff's up 10%. Litecoin, which was already kind of leading the markets, is only up 2.4%. My last buy was at 119, so I did actually sell that because I think that's going to come back down. I have not put my buys back in. I got to figure out exactly where I want to think that I'll be able to buy back in. And again, when I'm talking about the trading aspect, it's literally about 10% of my portfolio is what I trade. So it's everything else a long-term hold. So it's kind of like kind of fun money just to see what I can do as a trader. And And I'm pretty darn conservative. I take profits quite a bit. Let's see. Polkadot up 8.37%. That's a nice gain there as well. Once I start getting down here, I'm going to switch over to... Oh, am I not logged in on here? Huh. I guess I'm not logged in. Dang it. I wanted to take a look at some of these other ones, but Trump is up 20%. Again, not a surprise there. Algorand up 10% or 9%. So that's a nice gain for that. They actually been doing well this week. They were up over 11%. You see, a lot of these are still like not even, they're either down for the week or they're still single digits. So actually, if you go all the way back, oh, here's one. Oh, that's the Cardano. Of course, it's up a lot. But if you look even at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's still down for the week. So it basically is not even recovered. At one point, it did recover all of the gains from the week. I have 2 simultaneous streams. Interesting. Hold on a second. That is weird. What? There's 2 that are live right now?
I can't find the second one. I only see one.
Yeah, I don't think so. There's another one that's listed. For some reason, it's listed. Yeah, that says upcoming here. Let me do a refresh. Yeah, I see it. This one says it is live. And this is the one. Yeah, they're both saying they're live now. That's not good. Not good at all. Well, which one am I on?
The one with 23 watching.
They both say 21 watching. Let's see. This one says 35 views. So it's this one. Wow. I do not even know how I did that.
I don't see it because I don't even see it on my screen.
Although that may not be the one I'm on. Shoot. That's not good. That's not good at all. Let me, here's what I'll do. I will do this and see. Because I'm looking at one chat. So if somebody is in the other chat. Okay, so that's the one. Or are they both in the same chat? This is so weird. Wow. Yeah, no, it's 2 streams. So I've got like Retro Mike, Geek of All Trades.
The Geek of All Trades is okay. But Retro Mike's not in this one.
Oh my gosh, that is so weird.
Find the one with me and
Okay, so guys, I am going to end. I'll actually put it in the chat. I am going to end this stream. Please hop over to the other one. Thanks. Hey, Goat, can you put the link to the stream I didn't put that comment in, or put the link to this stream that I'm in and put it in the chat of the other one so that people know where to go? This is like 5 seconds behind. Thanks, Goat. So please hop over to this stream that Goat posted. All right. Ending now. All right. That was just weird. It did start differently. Like it was odd. All right. Let me get out of this now. Well, that kind of explained a lot as to why I didn't have many people over here. Hopefully people are hopping over. All right, well, let's see who else is here, because other people were in the other one probably going, what the hell? All right, let me see. I'll do another roll call here for people that are just arriving. Black Hat Team, good to see you, sir. Geek of all trades. And Lester Dog C57. Henway Gaming. Man, that's an OBS thing. Rizzo is here. Feeling Blessed is here. Toxic Miner. Shides. Turtle Tech. It must have been a Matrix glitch. That's what I'm going with, Turtle Tech. That's what I'm going with. Jackson Digital, good to see you, sir. Team JFK, Tube and Jar. Caw Valley Crypto. Integra Guy 04. Patrick Gordon. Adam Williams. Travelers Travels. All right. Now that we got that all figured out. So yeah, the markets today. Pretty crazy. Just from a social media post. Nothing more than that. Just a social media post. Yeah, I've seen a lot of tweets out there talking about it. And certainly there's a good amount of people saying market manipulation. I don't know how you can't say it's not, because that's exactly what it did. But not that I'm complaining. I mean, I'm glad the markets went up, but I truly believe that they are going to go back down. So yeah, let me scroll down. So that's the thing, is I do not have, I'm not signed in, so I can't go to my watch list, unfortunately. Let me oh, wait a minute.
The only guy who can rate his own screen.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been funny if I had actually, I wonder if that would work. I don't think that would work. By the way, Fear and Greed is no longer 22. It's up to 39. 39. Yeah, it's like, it looks like watch list. Yeah, why is it? They must have changed something. Either that or I was just on a different screen. There we go. This is what I wanted to see. So yeah, let's see if anybody's like kind of bucking the trend. Let's go all the way down to the bottom and see how some of these are doing. So got Neoxa up 10% today at whatever that is, a very, very small number. Reptorium just staying even. Sunday Swap, I own like, now I own $6 of it. I own 60 of Sunday Swap. I got it in an airdrop from Cardano way back when. Zephyr up 10%. Let's see. Pyron down 1. Radiant up almost 9% with the market. That's good. Pre-search, nothing. Dynex up 10%. I mean, it's good when you see some of these smaller coins and they're up by approximately what the market is up. Demo, that was actually down earlier today, so that's actually nice to see. It's rebounded when everything else has kind of come down. Because Demo's definitely been taking a hit. Lithium up about 3. Flux up about 8. Again, similar to the market. Hive Mapper up about 5 to 6%. Ravencoin up about 8. Yeah, it's good to see the market doing well. Like I said, I wish it was doing well on its own, but this is definitely not typical for a Sunday. I'm just wondering if we're going to start seeing this on a regular basis of just tweets that are going to start affecting the market. This week it was Trump. Next week maybe it'll be Elon saying something about Doge. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But honestly, this has no effect on anything because he already did an executive order stating what he was trying to do. I think he's still going to need to get congressional approval, which is going to be a while. But yeah, this is a big nothing burger in my mind. Obviously having I call it a symposium of crypto leaders in Washington next week. Again, that's more significant, but still, I think really not anything of much significance. Some decisions could be made out of that. There could be direction. So, like I said, that could have some significance down the road, but I tend to think it won't. But we'll see. We'll see what that holds. It might help hold the markets higher this week in anticipation of that. But I think after that, I think we're going to start seeing markets dip again. All right. Now let me check the chat. Now that I have all that figured out. Okay.
They're just putting in McDonald's orders.
You're putting in McDonald's orders? Ah, got it. Yeah, stream raid. Let's see. You blame the intro music. It wasn't long enough. Yeah, I that's exactly the reason. No, it was weird. So when I actually started the stream, what I'll do is I will create the stream within OBS and then select it. And then I will go over to start stream, which brings up a list, basically saying if I had like multiple things to start it in. But this time it didn't bring up the title of the stream. I had to retype the title. Oh, I know. Okay, now I know what happened. Okay, so here's what happened. I created the stream with one title. Then I went into vidIQ and no, it wasn't. No, because that title was left over from last week. And then I changed it in OBS, so it didn't have anything to do with vidIQ. That's just weird. That's just really weird. Maybe because I went into vidIQ looking at it. I don't know. It's strange. I'll have to take a look at that next week and see. But yeah. Alrighty. Well, let me... the other thing I wanted to look at was Ethereum. So... the thing about a lot of these cryptos, a lot of the altcoins, I'm looking at the past year. And if you look, this is the down. This is basically the low for the year. 22, call it 2180, 22, call it just 2200 approximately. Okay. That is the low for the year. What I'm looking for, when I'm looking for these coins to trade, I am looking for these lows. And looking for them to either I'll put in a buy and take the risk, or see it touch that and then see if it's bouncing off of it and then put in a buy. But I really believe that these coins that are doing this are showing, dead cat bounce, whatever. They're quick 10% gainers. You do this a couple of times a month. You do it like twice a month. You add it up. You got a pretty nice gain for the end of the year. Certainly over, you're looking at 100 to 200% on those gains. So that's what I'm looking to do. Is I'm looking to take that 4,000 and seeing what I can do with it. And right now it was like, it was 4,000 and I turned it into like 43.85 or something like that. So it was almost 10%. The fees are what brought it down. And not everything was 10%. So like Filecoin, because I wanted to get into Ethereum, Filecoin only went up like 5% before I sold it because I felt like at that point Ethereum was at a better point. So yeah, so let's take a look at, we're taking a look at Ethereum. So I think it's going to come back down to 2,200, but because of the hard fork, it's going to go back up. Now, this is part of the reason why it's depressed right now, because last time I looked, they still weren't sure when the hard fork was actually going to take place because they had some problems with one of their test nets. They basically forked and it didn't finalize. Not finalizing is like one of the worst things that can happen. They know why it didn't finalize, but they have to figure out how to fix the test net before they can do any further testing on it. So, and this is the primary test net that they were going to be doing their testing on. This is the one that's more of it's a public test net. So people have, validator nodes on this, so that they're running, as opposed to a test environment, which is the next test net that's going to go live March 6th. So they really need to get it back onto this test net and running and make sure that they do not have this problem going forward. But I think maybe it'll delay it a month at the most. So I still think we're in a good period of time. I think Ethereum is a good investment at this point. Again, not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you the analysis that I've done and what I'm looking to do. Does not mean you should do it. You should do your own research and decide for yourself. Yeah, I already said that. So anyway, so that's Ethereum. Let's take a look at Solana, because this is kind of an example where I'm kind of like, I don't know. This is one of those where I'm not in it, because if you look at where it is, it's nowhere near where. Oh, hang on a second. Oops. Let me go to the 1 year. Oh, I take it back. This was one of the ones. So this is one of the ones. So, again, you're looking at like 135, that range. And it did come down to 134.83. So I'll be looking to see if this comes back down. I had gotten in about 145. I got in a little early on this because it did go back down to 134, 135. So I need to be more patient. But I do believe that this is going to come back down. So again, this is another good example of a crypto that's come down to its yearly low and bounces off of it. All right, let me back up and see. All right, let me go back to, scroll back down. All right, don't forget to tag me, people, if you have a comment that you want me to read. So Cardano is a great example of why I haven't invested more money in it. And again, I don't think it's at a bad point. It's just one of those cryptos that has not come down anywhere near its yearly low. So its yearly low is like 33 and it bounced off at like 63. So I'm like, that could have more room to fall. I don't think it is going to. I don't think it deserves to. I'm just simply, when I'm looking at, I'm evaluating what I want to do short-term trades in. This does not fit the criteria I'm looking for right now. So read above comment. Solana, the only crypto where the saying holds true. I sold my soul to get rich. Good one, Gaming Smokey Dan. Good one. All right, let me move on. There was a couple other ones I think that were some good examples. Chainlink, I think, is one. I didn't do this one, but I think Chainlink is a good example. Let's take a look. Let's see. Go to 1 year. Oh, no, I guess it didn't, because its yearly low is going to be like right around 10. So it only came down to 15. So not a good example. Maybe that was one I did look at because I didn't invest in that one. But let's look at, and Litecoin is definitely not a good example because it's done really, really well. Polkadot was one. And I actually already have some long-term holding of Polkadot. I sold mine at 5.15 before it like came back down. I didn't sell all the way at the top, unfortunately, but it was like 5.15. Sorry, let me go to a year. So you can see the bottom here was like 3.74 thereabouts. And this one came down to 4.4. I thought it was close enough to jump in on this one, but technically it was still like, you know, a good percentage above the yearly lows. But there was also some other good news with DOT. I believe there's a possible ETF for DOT. So yeah, I think this is still a good play if it comes back down to, you know, around 4, I don't know, 4.4, 4.3, that range. So I'll be looking at that one. I may be looking to see what else I can do with some other ones that I might think are better plays. Let me look at Filecoin, because that was the other one I did. Let's see, Filecoin. Again, I got out of this one at like 3.25, but I originally had my sale at like 3.5, 3.55, I think. And I think it did hit that today. Go to 1 year. So again, this was one where it actually had gone below the previous year lows. And again, I was looking, I don't see any bad news about Filecoin. There's just not a lot of excitement about utility coins. You know, DPIN, utility coins, all that kind of stuff is not doing great. But yeah, I got in at like 3, like right down here at the bottom, and then got out at like 3.25 before this big jump. But again, I put that money in Ethereum, so I still gained. It was just in a different coin. So, all right, thanks, Gaming Smoking Dan. I appreciate that. Rizzo says, you are probably right about the prices coming back down. I took profits on XRP and put in lower buys today. Yeah, I mean, that's my strategy. Time will tell. I was on the Little Time Mining, who does have a good track record. He doesn't think it's going to come back down. Fully Electric believes it's going to come back down. So both of them are very... I feel like have had some really good calls in the market, and I found it really interesting that they had very differing views on this one. I'm on the side of not on the side. I agree with Fully Electric, but who knows? Any of us could be wrong. We will find out coming up this week. Like I said, leading into the meeting this week in Washington, I think we'll probably trade sideways, maybe a little up, go like leading into it, and then I think we'll fall after that. That's what I'm thinking. But again, don't trade on me. I'm just an idiot on the internet. I bought Soul and I'm super mad. Also works. LOL. Oh, I'm a Soul man. Got it. Yeah, those t-shirts would probably sell pretty well. I like that. Yeah, it's all a guess until the meeting. Yeah, and what kind of announcements are they going to come out with that will, again, be relatively meaningless, because there's not going to be any specific action. There's just going to be maybe some direction of what they're trying to do. I bet somebody has that t-shirt. I'm just an idiot on the internet. I think somebody has that t-shirt. I bet you could look that up. If you find it, shoot me a link. I'll post it. All right. But yeah, those are the types of coins I'm looking for. I'm looking for those coins that are near their yearly lows, ready to bounce. I'm not looking for anything that has like bad news or anything like that. I think Ethereum's somewhat of an exception. It does have some bad news with the test environment not being, not finalizing. But that I only think that's going to delay the inevitable of them doing the hard fork. I just don't think it's going to be April 8th anymore. So we'll have to see when that'll actually happen. Alrighty. Remix is way better. I got Panda and I'm super bad. Let's see. Turtle Tech. You look thinner. Keep it up. Oh, thanks, Turtle Tech. I appreciate it. Yeah, I broke 230. I'm about 227 right now. So, yeah. Got it. All right. I kind of missed this at the beginning. So, yeah, a couple of updates, actually. My father's doing better. I know I mentioned that he was in the hospital last week. He was in the hospital last Sunday. He was when he went into the hospital. He came out of the hospital today. So he is going to be in nursing care for a little while and then go back to his assisted living apartment. But he is doing well. So that's really, really good. A little worrisome during the week. He was out of it in the hospital, but he's back to himself again. So that is good. Yusuf puts, how you doing, sir? I am soulless. Yeah, we knew that about you, Vinny. Good work, Abe. How tall versus weight? Oh, I'm 6'3". So yeah, 227, 6'3". But you know, up there in age, so it's not like I'm like got a ton of muscle either. So, but I do want to get down below 2 bills. So I got a ways to go, and it's definitely coming off a lot slower than it was before, but still losing about 2 pounds a week on average. So yeah, I've been finding 8 to 10 pounds a month. So got a couple more months before I'll get down to where my target weight is. I'm still on keto. Not sure how much longer I'm going to do it. I have been more. So keto, technically you can go up to 50 grams of carbs. I have been keeping it at 20 or less. So I'm probably going to be more typical keto, where I will start introducing some carbs. I've already done that a little bit. But, you know, still no bun. I just had a burger tonight. No bun. No ketchup. Nothing with carbs on it. All protein and fat. So, I don't know. It's working. And I feel good. So, I'm going to keep up with it. Yeah, I'll go over some articles in a little bit, but I wanted to hit on that. Did actually put out 2 pieces of content this week. I'm not quite at 7,500. Probably will hit it by next week. So I'm going to do a giveaway next week. You will not have to be here for it. I'm going to do it for anyone that is a member not as of yesterday. So basically, I know there's 25 members. So any of those 25 members will be eligible for the giveaway, and I'll be giving away a KS0 Ultra. So that's what I'll be doing next Sunday. Well, assuming that I get another 90 subscribers by next Sunday. But yeah, imagine that. You put out some content and lo and behold, you start getting subscribers. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yeah, so a couple of things I'm actually looking to do. I'm trying out different content on the channel. One of the things I'm going to do, I've got to wait until all the discounts are finalized, but I will be doing a video on how to negotiate your Comcast rate and bring up a whole bunch of ideas that you can do in order to lower your rate significantly. So just by calling up, so let me back up a second. I was at $50 a month for 2 gig service. I knew that wasn't going to last. It was a lark that I even had it for as long as I had it. So it went from $70 up to $144. Because not only do I have that, I also have unlimited data. So I have the XFi Complete. So XFi Complete plus the 2 gig. Yeah, I knew it was going to be higher. So I called up. Well, first of all, I went on chat figuring that maybe that'll be a better way. And because sometimes they just do whatever you say because they just want to get you off the chat. And I kept going through person after person after person. The first person I had said that they had it figured out and then somehow lost connection. So that sucked, and went through 4 other people until I finally said, screw it, I'm calling. And actually, I take that back. They called me initially, and because it was like a callback because one of the chat representatives said, I can't help you. You're going to have to talk to retention. So I ended up getting to the retention department. And long story short, after talking to 3 people, because I got the first person, then went back on hold, got the next person, went back on hold, and got a third person. I had to restart the whole process each time. All of this took a little over 3 hours, but I got from 144 down to 105. So I saved $30 a month, and I should be getting an additional $35 off for being a mobile subscriber of Xfinity, which I already am. They're like, well, that expired. And I'm like, well, that's fine. Do you want me to go back to Verizon? Because I'll just take my lines back to Verizon. I'm only here because it's saving me money, but if it's not, I'll just go back there because I can save money going back to Verizon. And they're, no. So, but I haven't seen that hit the account yet. So I'm waiting for that to happen. Once that hits the account, then I'm going to create the content. So I'm going to be doing some different things. I am trying to do things that I think people would find value in no matter who they are. So that's one of the things I'll be doing. Let me pull up. I actually have been using vidIQ. It got a really good system of like where you can create something. It's like a placeholder for you to like hold your ideas for videos. So I actually thought about doing a video today of about like what Chump did. Although mine are already, all my cards are already blown out. And all I'm doing now is taking pictures and boxing them up. But I decided against that. I decided that wasn't something I necessarily wanted on my channel. Chump does a great job with these things, with the multiple camera angles and linking them together as he like went up the stairs with one camera, but he comes back down and the other camera's got him. And you know, it's the same camera. It's just the way he's put it. He does a really good job with it. I am not that good. So I'm like, no. I won't even be able to even do justice to it like Chump does. Cause he's really good at that vlog storytelling, a lot like you see these really huge number YouTube people that just basically tell you the story of their lives and what they're doing, but the way that they mix in different camera angles and it's like a movie of their life, and it's really interesting. But that's not me. So anyway, let me go back to my ideas. No, sorry, it's under create. So some of the ones I really want to do soon. Obviously, I want to do the Comcast one just because that one's fresh for me. But I'm going to do a Vast AI versus Salad, the ultimate head-to-head competition. Because I've seen a couple of videos coming up about Salad again, and I think it would be good to have a comparison between the two. I don't know really enough about Chlor and Flux and how they're doing right now as far as how profitable people are. I'll bring those two up during it, but this will be a straight head-to-head Vast AI versus Salad. And then where's it? I definitely will be doing a video on how to profit from a sideways crypto market. So that's one of the things. I'm going to be doing a crypto taxes video. And then one that I really am looking forward to is a TP-Link versus Ubiquiti, the final decision, where I bring up, what's changed with TP-Link and Ubiquiti over the last year. Because since I made my decision, and would I have changed my decision, actually saying why I made my decision. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. And then I do also have an idea where I'm going to do a video with comparing local versus cloud AI. So local LLMs. So a lot of people are like, yeah, run this local. Well, yeah, except the models you can run on like ChatGPT are much better than and much faster than what you can run locally. Although you can run things locally, but you're not going to get as good of results unless you've got, you know, a fairly expensive server. Like with mine, I could run mine with 4 4090s and be able to get very, very similar results to ChatGPT. But yeah, but then I would be losing out on the profits that I'm getting from Vast AI. So I think I'm going to stick with what I'm doing right now and having ChatGPT. I haven't subscribed to Claude yet, but I've started playing around a little bit with Claude. Anyway, I'll be doing some comparisons about what you can do. The other good thing about Cloud is you kind of have a all-in-one shop. So when you subscribe to ChatGPT, you not only have a text LLM, you also have DALL-E and Sora, I think is what it's called, which is a video generator. So you have a lot more you can use, as opposed to if you're going to use it locally, you got to load all of those models separately. So Geek of all trades, cloud versus local AI is not about what's faster or better. It's about privacy and keeping certain data staying within the LAN. True. It's one of the reasons why I do want to bring up Flux, and I need to talk to Jeff Key about their Flux AI to say, you know, can you give me a little bit more insight into what's this using as its engine? You know, how does it compare? Because now you're trusting Flux, and I do, that they're going to keep your data private. But yeah, you're not wrong, Geek, but the issue is the actual results of what you're getting as well. Why not DeepSeek and a Jetson? You can do that. I'd still have to buy a Jetson. And even with DeepSeek, you have larger models that are going to provide you a much better result than their smaller models. So yeah, I've seen examples, and I actually have some examples. I've actually started writing a script for that. And so I actually went through some articles, did some examples with different models with the same inputs to see what the difference would be. So Geek of all trades, you're going to run a DeepSeek on a Raspberry Pi and watch it burn the house down. I was like, what? DeepSeek on a Raspberry Pi? Well, maybe you could run it on your cluster. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Can you do that? Can you do that? And I also have another idea for video, but I'm waiting on GOAT. We need to do what we talked about. That would be fun. All right. These LLM are 3 years of content at least, just saying. Yeah, I mean, Digital shoot. I can't think of his name. Digital Creation House, or I don't know. There's one guy that I subscribe to, and he has been doing a lot of LLM testing on different GPUs and such. So it's been kind of cool to watch that. I didn't watch his latest couple of videos because his videos are pretty long. They're very detailed, but they're really, really good. Okay, got it. Got it. So he's waiting for something to show up in the mail. Anything for me in that mail? Dueling banjos. Yeah. You know who you need to meet? Goat is Jeff Geerling. I wasn't sure exactly where he lived. I still don't know exactly where he lives, but he did a video today on Nut, which is a open source piece of software that helps your system turn off before your UPS dies. And so he did a video on that, and he showed his something that he got, and it was from Ameren. So he's from Southern Illinois. He's in Illinois somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe he's down by St. Louis. I don't know, but he's definitely in the Ameren area. But he is the guy that is best known for clustering pies. And I'm sure you probably already knew that. Let's see. Yeah, he is a super smart guy. He is definitely a super smart guy. I was actually, I put in his latest video because I noticed that was Amarin. I said, hey, you need to look into variable rate power. It saves me a lot of money, yada, yada, yada. And I actually thought about it at the end going, and you need to meet this guy, Geek of All Trades. He has also done clustered pies. And Hardware Haven and Raid Owl had a $500 home lab challenge. And Jeff Geerling was the judge. And Raid Owl actually did cluster a couple of pies together to try to pander to Jeff Geerling, and he still lost. Hardware Haven won it, but it was definitely entertaining. Definitely entertaining. God. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to turn subscriber only back on. Oh my God. I know. That's pretty funny. Alrighty. Go figure.
How to prove you're getting more people.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want people to come in and be able to chat, but yeah. Yeah, if it gets worse. It's the first time it happened. And it was relatively harmless.
Oh, was it?
Well, anyway.
It was not PG-13.
It was definitely not PG-13. That is true. Jackson Digital. Are you an Amarin customer too? Let's see. Loves custard pies. Yeah, I saw that. Did you watch his live stream? I woke up just as he was finishing the live stream. Because he did it, I guess, probably from like 5:30 in the morning to 7:30 in the morning. Central Time is about. But yeah, he's actually in Osaka, and then he's going to Kyoto, I believe, for the next 3 days. And then he'll be back in Tokyo for a day before he comes back. He really came in chat. Yeah. Yep. Techno Tim is another awesome home lab YouTuber. Yeah, I've watched a bunch of his stuff as well. Yeah, him and the beer guy. The guy who's got brew in his name. I can't think of his name. He's got a Wednesday night stream that I watch occasionally. Only thing about him is he's definitely anti-crypto. Definitely anti-crypto. That came out one night. Craft Computing, yes, he is anti-crypto. Which is fine. Somebody asked him a question and he just gave his. Yeah, Network Chuck is awesome. I watch every single one of his videos because they are so interesting, and if you pay attention, you learn something in every single one of his videos. He's so good. The last one was pretty scary, but extremely valuable. It talked about how you're all going to be hacked this year and what you need to do to protect yourself. So he did a lot of stuff there. So yeah, Network Chuck has a lot of very, very valuable content. The last thing was kind of scary in the fact he was saying how easy it is to deep fake somebody, not just from a voice perspective, but from a video perspective as well. Oh, and that's pretty scary. Pretty scary. Little Max. Who the hell's Little Max? I missed that. Who's Little Max? All right. Anyway, let's see. What else did I plan on talking about tonight? Oh, and bigging myself. Yes, I guess I should. Well, I was actually going to start going back to this again. So let me talk about the other things. So I found this article today and I thought this was pretty interesting. It's basically talking, it's the whole thing about, oh, we're going to have faster block times. And I'm like, everybody talks about, not everybody, but they talk about faster block times. What difference does that make? What goes into a block? transactions. That's what matters. So why isn't everybody talking about number of transactions per second? Because that's really the only thing that matters. So they were talking about block times, effective block times down to 200 milliseconds or 400 milliseconds. And I'm like, it really doesn't matter. And then there was a point made in this article about, well, you know, it really doesn't matter about Solana, what they theoretically could do, because when they start getting to their theoretical max, it's just going to crash the system anyway. I was like, good point. And then Near kind of came into the conversation. You know, everybody, this is what I really took away from this. Everybody now comes out and says they are scaling, and everybody throws a number out from a marketing perspective. So it's just getting lost in the noise. So for those Caspa, maxis out there, that's, I think, one of the reasons why Caspa isn't getting a lot of attention anymore. It's just lost in the noise at this point. Everybody's talking about, oh, I'm scaling and I'm going to have more transaction per second. And yeah, unless you have adoption, it doesn't really matter. By the way, with that said, don't forget, Caspa is hard forking in a little under 2 months. So I think that's going to be another one that's going to be good to get in on. I think as we get closer to that fork, I think it will get some publicity and people talking about it. So I think that'll be a good one as well. Again, not financial advice. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is another good one. So with the changes to Ethereum, obviously MetaMask is one of the wallets that operates on Ethereum, one of the main wallets that operates on Ethereum. And they are making improvements, as they call it. It almost feels like closing chapter 2 on wallets and going into chapter 3. So Ethereum Spectra hard fork will let MetaMask change its wallet so that it's asking you way less often to sign something. That could be a plus for safety, i.e. Bybit hack. And it's definitely a plus for more seamless usability. There was another quote down here. Users are still signing stuff they don't understand. And if we want to make this like the rails of an actual functioning economy, people need to actually get what they're doing. And it has to be like at the deepest level. It has to be like at the deepest level. So anyway, I just thought that whole thing, MetaMask is changing, and I really think Ethereum is going to have a very significant change and make it much easier to transact and to get new users, because it won't be as hard to use. It'll be more intuitive than it has been in the past. So I just thought it was interesting coming from a wallet maker. Goat says they screwed up when they made the Sol ticker symbol. Should have been SQL because Solana is just a big old database. Yeah, that would have been, yeah, you're right. Not wrong. It just wouldn't have had the same ring to it. Squilana. Is that how we should have pronounced it? Oh. Yeah, Sunflower Mama's sticky tea is back. I see that. I'm excited for the saga to finally get here this year. Biggest disappointment is from HiveMapper, who keeps prioritizing fleet units instead of early purchasers. Yeah, I already have one, so I've been using it. It makes me a little bit. It's not much, but it's free. Doesn't cost me anything to run, so... Oh, well, no, I'm still going over articles. All right. This was another thing. Again, kind of still with the Bybit thing. Solana multisig provider conducting comprehensive review after safe exploit. Let me see if I can find... So basically, that whole hack was malicious code originating from Safe Wallet's infrastructure. So that's where they were able to get in and then mess with the exchange, which is not good. I mean, if you look at, I know you guys heard me talk about it, but the Blue Yonder hack, that was a big concern about that. Was great, they hacked Blue Yonder, but is any of that going to bleed over into our systems because we're running Blue Yonder? And thankfully, they were able to shut everything down so that nothing spread. But that's the concern here, is that didn't hack the exchange, they hacked the security provider. So not good, not good at all. So anyway, there's just a lot of activity going on. Squads, a multi-sig wallet used by a number of prominent Solana teams, including Helium, Camino, Pith, Helios, Drift, Jupiter, and Ellipsis, is conducting a comprehensive review of our infrastructure to mitigate the possibility of such an attack. So while there's still a possibility of those kinds of attacks, at least they are aware of it. And again, they still have to acknowledge the transaction. Somebody there has to acknowledge the transaction, as long as it's a multi-sig wallet. So I'm sure they're taking a much closer look at all these transactions and not just, you know, pencil whipping them. So anyway, thought that was interesting as well. And yes, meme coins are not over. In fact, they're coming to a Bitcoin near you. We now have Bitcoin Pepe, which is the new layer 2, raises $3.6 million, positioning meme coins as Bitcoin's next growth driver. Yeah, just what we need. More meme coin crap. Anyway, moving on. What was my reason for bringing this one up? There was a specific reason. Oh, this is, and then it leads into the next thing. Okay. So there's a lot of drama around the Ethereum Foundation and the changes and restructuring efforts. And you know what it really comes down to? Money. Because since January 2nd of last year, the Ethereum Foundation has sold 4,766 ETH, amounting to $13.6 million. Sounds like a lot, right? Well, it is a lot, but it is 0.003 something percent, between 0.003 and 0.004% of all Ethereum. So a drop in the bucket. But yet they're still complaining that, oh, when this stuff hits the market, it's affecting the market price. I suppose, but I mean, you're talking like 0.5% and then it's gone, and I don't know. It sounds like a lot of people complaining about nothing, honestly. But I thought it was interesting. And, oh, this was another thing. Last thing on trading. Minesome10 had a really good tweet here. Breaking biggest BTC CME in history. $10,000 price gap from Friday. And he's like, you guys get my implications, right? Do I need to spell it out? Yes, you need to spell it out. So CME gaps have a 90-something% fill rate on BTC. It means we will come back down to the 84K range to fill the gap. This is another lower high until proven otherwise. And I really believe that's definitely true. Like I said, I thought we were going to retest it anyway, but this kind of drove it home. So just be prepared. We're going to most likely come down from here unless something else drives us higher. Some news drives us higher. So we'll see. We shall see. All right. Let me go over here. Where'd it go? I'm trying to find... Huh. That's so weird. All right. Let me... does that. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to embiggen myself in a second. I gotta get to my subjects that I was gonna cover. So yeah, let me, oh, you know what? That wasn't what I wanted. All right. I'm trying to bring up something and okay. Nope, that's not it. All right, fine. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. There we go. All right, let me, why did that not go to where I asked it to? All right. Go back there and go there. There we go. Come on. There we go. That wasn't what I wanted. That's what I wanted. There we go. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Because I went over the trading strategy, went over the news. I am selling GPUs. I've got all the, well, I got half the boxes in the garage. I got half the boxes here, and I got all the GPUs to this side. So we'll be getting to that a little bit tonight, a little bit tomorrow. If Retro Mike is still here, I can't find 3 of the boxes that I need. One of the boxes I need for one of the GPUs I sold you. So if you can, all right. So Sunflower Mama's going to say they're not lost until she can't find them. So we'll find them eventually. We're missing 3 of the small GPU boxes for the 2-fan 3060 Ti's. So I do have them, but I'm currently running all of the 3060s GOAT. So I'm probably not going to be letting go of those. So it's only 3060 Ti's, 3070s, and 3070 Ti's. Those are what I have. And lots of 3060 Ti's. I think 11 3060 Ti's, 4 3070s, and 6 3070 Ti's. Okay, cool. Appreciate that. Oh, Sunflower says, oh no, I'm going to find them. I'm going to find them. All right. Well, the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight was the Timpi Node. I finally got the Timpi Node up and running. So the Snaptron node is up and running. In fact, let me see. I haven't looked at, well, at least it was. I'm assuming it still is. I actually got it up on Linux. I did do it on bare metal, and I actually thought about doing a video on this one too, but then decided against it. Let's see here. It would be right there. Let's make sure it is still running. It is 80.56%. Yeah, and it's the right time. Last update was within the last minute, so 80.56% availability. So what I ended up doing was I forgot that I had an old PC that I was using for the basement. So like for the TV, if we wanted to run anything from, the internet, we would just do it via that way. And also I had my trainer hooked up to it. Since then, you can now run the trainer directly from your phone if you want. So that's what I had been doing when I was using it. I wasn't using the computer much. Well, anyway, I've had this computer. I bought it off my son for like $300 when he upgraded. And yeah, I just had it sitting down there. I'm like, hey, let me see what this is. So it's a 4th gen i5. You only need a 4-core. That one might be a 6-core. But either way, it's either a 4 or 6, so it met the requirements. It's DDR3. They didn't say they needed to have it to be DDR4. So it's DDR3. It's 16 gig of DDR3. They said they only need 12 gig. And then I put a 3060 Ti in it. And it's meeting the needs. Now, I may revisit it. Right now, they're just doing it based upon the amount of VRAM. So anything that's 4 to 6 gig of VRAM is tier 1. Meaning a lesser tier, and tier 2, I think that's what you're doing. Tier 2 is a better category. That's anything from 8 gig and up. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll just run an 8 gig. Eventually, it's going to be more performance-based is what they had said. But until they do that, I'm going to run the least amount of hardware on it as I can. So like I said, I put a 3060 Ti. I put my Zotac 3060 Ti. I figured that's probably going to be my lowest selling 3060 Ti. It's one of the original 3060 Ti's. So the fans still work great. The card works great. It's when you benchmark it, it doesn't benchmark quite as well as some of the other 3060 Ti's, but it works. It works fine. Anybody that's going to be gaming, you might get a few less frames possibly. You're not going to be able to overclock it as well. But still, it does well. And like I said, for this, it was perfect. So yeah, I just stuck that on my rack and plugged it into the internet, loaded Ubuntu onto it, and away it went. So I did have, what was interesting though, I've been using Ventoy, and so I had 22.04 on there, but when I was going to install, I was getting checksum errors. I was like, that's odd. Like, that's fine. I'll just grab another one. I loaded it onto a different flash drive, and then it installed fine. So, not sure why it was doing that, but that was the only kind of hiccup I had. That was definitely frustrating. Definitely frustrating. But yeah, I got that up and running. Let's see. Checking out chat now. You've been hacked. All it takes is one picture. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm already doxxed with my picture, so, you know, somebody could do it, I guess. Seeing and hearing about people selling off GPUs makes me sad. But hey, same happened when 30 series dropped. Well, not for me, as was broke, so had to wait to get upgraded cards. Yeah, I mean, it's the end of an era. I mean, it's not to say that it won't ever come back, that mining won't ever come back, but for right now, I'm better off selling the cards and reinvesting, or buying additional hardware. Right now, like if I sell those cards, I can get enough money to do a panel upgrade. I just have to decide if I definitely want to do that. As I'm kind of concerned about the summer with the heat, if I put any more stuff down there. Retro Mike was looking at Polaris cards today. Good old RX 580s and 570s. Yeah, exactly. It seems pointless as nowadays, even ASICs, you never ROI. Agreed. You never break even. Oh, you're waiting for a fan controller to get your 170HX cards up and running? Oh, that sucks. Hello, Midwest Miner. Good to see you, sir. Yes, Ventoy is bomb diggity, but for some reason, I don't know why, I think probably just need to reload it onto that flash drive, although maybe that flash drive is just going bad. It's not like a brand new flash drive or anything. So it's kind of picky about the storage it uses and requires secure boot off to boot from it sometimes. Ventoy, you mean? I mean, I was able to get into Ventoy, but like I said, when I picked it, like I said, the checksum didn't match. So Midwest Miner's asking about 3090 and two 3060 Ti's on Zealous. So 3060 Ti's, my suggestion, put them on Salad. I don't know why, but they seem to do pretty well on Salad. My 3060s, I need to get them verified. The difference between verified and non-verified 3060s on Vast is huge. I'm currently rented, and I'm rented more often than I am on Salad, so I am still making more on Vast, but per hour when rented, I'm making less on Vast than Salad, so it's kind of a little bit of a trade-off there. And 3090s, yeah, you'd want to put them on Vast. I'm having varying luck right now. Last time I checked, 1 out of my 3 is rented. Let me refresh that. Just looking to see what I got rented right now. Yeah, I've got right now 13 out of my 15 4090s rented. And all of my 3060s are rented at 4 cents. And only one of my 3090s is rented at 8 cents. And I have the other ones at 7.9 cents and 7.8 cents an hour, and they're still not getting rented. So now their reliability still hasn't hit 99. So that's the other thing. You got to sit things on Vast for a little while before they will actually start getting reliably rented. Most people are looking for, well, the default when you come into Vast is 99% or higher. So if you're not at 99%, somebody's got to specifically be looking for a deal for something that's less than 99%. So it just takes a while to get there. So on my one 3090, it's at 98.4%, and my other 3090 is at 97.3%. So they still got a ways to go, unfortunately. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Yes, free is free. Yes. I mean, I do like Ventoy. I'm just not sure why I had a problem on this particular one. Like I said, it definitely could be the flash drive. How's the new job? Maybe I missed the latest update. It's okay. It's just weird being on second shift. I'm on first shift. You're constantly being inundated. I like to firefight. It is giving me the opportunity to work on some more projects. So like really kind of trying to do things that are going to make a difference going forward there. So there's that positive, but at the end of the day, I like the action of first shift. So that's what I miss. I do like the fact that because of the times I'm traveling during the day, I'm not traveling during rush hour. So got that much going for it. So it's okay. It's a job. What was that? And yeah, Sunflower Mama says it does let me make more content, because what I end up doing is try to make the content in the morning. Sometimes I make the content before I go to bed too. It really depends. You'll be able to tell, because the lighting is definitely different when I make it in the morning versus I make it when I come home at night. But yeah, like sometimes I'll, like towards the end of the day, there's just not a lot going on. I finished up what I was doing and I'll start just thinking, and I'm like, okay, I know what I'm going to do when I get home. So it gives me a chance to kind of really think about it, and know that I want to get this done before I go to bed. So I don't know. It just, that part of it, just having a change in schedule can kind of kick you into gear, just because you kind of have to rethink what you're going to do when. So it's been good. Like I said, I've been doing 2 videos. I want to get to the point where I'm doing 3 videos a week, but I haven't gotten there yet. There's just a lot of other things going on. I did my dad's taxes today, just finalizing up, just double checking and finalizing up a few things on that. I still have to do my father-in-law's taxes, so I'll be doing those. Still have to finish up my taxes, and that's gonna be some work, because I got everything done except for the crypto part. So that's gonna take a little bit for me to make sure that I have all the wallets in that I created this year, as well as making sure that all the mining transactions are coded correctly. And also make sure that there aren't any crypto transactions that have zero basis. That's very key. You got to look through and make sure there's not any of those. And if you do have any of those, you got to correct them. Okay. Let's see. It scrolled down on me. There we go. Yes, you're right. For GPUs, yeah, not great for buying, great for selling right now. Let's see what else. Looking at the Tesla P100s today, but passive cooling is holding me back. Pirate speak, yeah. Yes, I think that is pirate speak. By the way, when is Pirate Day? September 19th is Pirate Day. Just keep that in mind. Arr. Let's see. All right, let's see here. Retro Mike says, I jump on P4s if they weren't passive. I need low power blower cards. Was looking at Polaris and Baffin-based workstation cards. Need 8 low power cards I can run open air. Need a $10 bulk deal. Hey, Retro Mike, I might have a few... I'm trying to remember what the hell they're called. They're basically the GPUs that came with the T7810s. You have any interest in those? Anyway, I'll connect with you on those. If you have any interest, obviously they'll be stupid cheap. All right, I'm scrolling back down. When dual stream with Mama? That's up to Mama. She's the one who's camera shy. How do you create lean when it's already lean? Are you talking about like as in work? Is that what you're talking about? In logistics? You can always be more lean. Might screw other things up, but you can always be more lean. Always it's like the knife edge. All right. I think, unless anybody, I'll give you a couple more minutes. If you guys have any questions, you guys are chatting amongst yourself, which is great. Always love to see that. Let's see how many people are here. Well, we got about 51. Six Sigma is a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, not wrong. Definitely not wrong. No, she needs to talk. I can hook up her mic into this computer. They're both directional mics, so we shouldn't really pick each other up. I can totally do it. Could even like put the secondary camera, like I said, the camera that I have as an overhead camera, I can just set that up and point it at her. So she could be on camera on a separate camera. Totally do it if she wanted to. Really? Where's Pearl Rival? Oh, is that next week? Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit of time left. Okay, got it. Do you think those tweets legitimately started the altcoin bull? Well, yes and no. The bull started, if you notice, slightly before the tweets came out. So, some people knew those tweets were coming out and they started buying, which started the direction. And then the tweets came out and then it just kept going. So, yeah. Let's see. Only if you're in a tiny window and Sunflower Mom is the main focus. As it should be, as we all know, she runs the show really. Yeah, not wrong. She's the show. No, he did not get cut. He doesn't work for the National Weather Service. And I talked to him yesterday, and because he's private and they're cutting government jobs, it could actually be a good thing for the company he works for in providing them more work, because if you cut the people that work for the government that did this job, they now have to hire contractors and hire companies to do like radar repair and things like that, radar installations that they used to have people to do. So yes, they will now, all that money that they're quote unquote saving, not really saving, they're just going to be paying, which might end up saving them a little money. I don't know, but they will still have to pay that money to get things repaired. There was actually a radar down today in South Dakota, and I guess it's back up already. So, yeah. Let's see. Jackson Digital, but how awesome is Backwards Miner? He's the GOAT. You're driving through Athens with the kids the other day. First time we ever experienced tornado sirens. Really? I've definitely experienced them. Usually about once or twice a year. But never been affected by one, which is good. Wasn't radar on MASH? Yes. Yes, radar was on MASH. I didn't even know you were old enough for that, Vinny. I watched MASH. No, I was watching the originals. That was in the 70s. MASH started, I think, before I was born, but it ran for... No, I guess it didn't. It started after I was born, but... yeah, it was one of the things, for some reason, my parents would let me watch. They wouldn't let me watch a lot of things, but... No, Radar was not the cross-dresser. Radar was... Yeah, he was Radar. It was... shoot, I can't think of his name. I can picture him. Started in 72, yeah. Oh my gosh. Now we're going back in memory lane. Fantasy Island. The plane. In Dallas. Gosh. Honestly, I watch Fantasy Island occasionally. I did not watch Dallas. I had no interest in that show whatsoever. It was a soap opera at night. I mean, I know that wasn't the only one, but yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Is it Klinger? Olinger? Klinger was the crossover. Yeah, Klinger. When you said Olinger, I'm like, no, that's not right. It's Klinger. In your tax video, or maybe a part 2 and 3, cover the advantages of mining as a business versus my stupidity taxed to death as a hobby. Oh, definitely. I've talked about that every year. Yeah, don't do it as a hobby. Please don't do it as a hobby. Yeah. I mean, for me, mine's more AI revenue now, so yeah. I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah, that was pretty risque back then. Knight Rider. And Knight Rider was fun. I liked that show. It was fun. What did Jackson say? Good idea. So many fans. I would love to see your setup. We'll have to take some pics or do a panda style video. There you go. There you go. Oh. That's what? Yeah. You want to just tell him? Okay. She's being shy. But yeah, that's funny. Midwestern Miner said Rogue Klinger and it auto-corrected to Olinger. That's funny. Hey, all set. Good to see you, sir. I remember hearing the theme song for Doogie Howser and MASH from the living room when I was going to bed as a kid, and I thought I was old. Yeah, good old Doogie Howser. My wife used to babysit for kids that watched Doogie Howser. There you go. All right, definitely getting off on a tangent, but appreciate you guys all being here. Shoot me if you guys have any subjects you want me to cover on this stream. I am always open to cover whatever you guys are interested in. So shoot me a DM, go into the Max Voltage Discord channel and Misfit Mining, put it there. I do read both of those channels. If you're a member, you can put it in the member channel. But I do read both of those on a daily basis. So, let me know. I'm definitely open to talking about whatever. And obviously, if you guys have video ideas, I'm open to those as well. So, alrighty, guys. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. And I will see you next week. Appreciate it. And the General is out. Have a good night, everybody.